Welcome to Repair Setup. In this video tutorial we will do an example setting up a new completion visit for a technician. We will first present activities your admin does, then what actual technician sees and does. For small companies, admin and technician may be the same person. You can open our demo at demo.repairsetup.com and try everything you see in this video by yourself. Link to the demo is in the description down below. Suppose that we received a part for a waiting service. Click on Services in the left menu. Find the needed service and click on it. Service Details opens. We covered service in more detail in New Order from Insurer video. The link to that video is in the description down below. In Parts pane, find the delivered part. Let's mark it in stock, because we already have it. Since we have all needed parts, let's make a call to the client and schedule new visit for completion and part installation. The client button will show the name and primary telephone number, so let's make a phone call. While talking to the client, go to Events pane and click on the briefcase button to create a new visit. The system prepares what it can for the visit. Sets its name, type, and appliance being worked on. We need to set the date and time. The system is going to guess which technician will do the completion. Let's click on the Dispatch button. Here we see all work schedule for given technician. Technician 1 in our case. We see his workload through the week. Also we can see other technicians' workload. Drag the visit from the upper left corner somewhere on the calendar, where we want to schedule it. Let's say the 20th of February at 3 p.m. Now go back to the visit. As you can see, that the system has already filled the selected date for this visit, based on the dispatch we just made. Let's save, and go back to the service. Since we want our service to reflect its progress, let's change service status. Click on the status. List with all possible statuses opens. We can choose the status that fits best our progress. You can learn more about service status in the documentation. The link will be in the description down below. This time we choose Waiting for Finish, because next visit will be completion. Finally, let's save the service. We are ready with admin part. Let's switch to technician view. Click on the Person button in the upper right corner. Select Technician 1. Technician 1 opens his work plan. Let's select work plan for the 20th of February. Click on the Calendar button. Technician can click on the Parts tab, in order to see what parts will be needed for each visit of the day. We see what parts are needed for our completion visit. Technician obtains the part from company warehouse. Now, let's pretend that technician is already on the client's address. First let's mark the visit as started. And save. Technician installs the part and completes the visit. Let's mark the visit as ended, and mark the part as installed. Then save the visit. Now that technician has finished with this visit, let's what admin sees. Admin clicks on Refresh button in the services list. We see that the service our technician just was, has important flag. This means that this service needs admin attention, because technician marked a part as installed. Click on that service. Now we see its service details. Let's change the service status to completed, and remove important flag. Notice on Wages pane, default technician wage is flat $30 for this service. Wage can be configured per technician in system settings. It can be flat or percentage of the total service labor. Later reports can be made over the technician wages for given period, calculating weekly or monthly employee payments. Now save the service. Also let's create invoice for the insurer. If this is not insured service, COD, or cash on delivery, this invoice will be final invoice for the client. The service we are working on is insured by AHS, so we will invoice them. Go to Events pane and click on the New Invoice button. Invoice Details opens. The system has already filled Info pane. The invoice number, its effective date, and invoice type. Everything seems fine, so we can just click on Open button to see preview of the invoice. If you need this in printed form or in PDF file, you can click on Print or Download buttons. Let's save the invoice, so click on the Save button. And this concludes completion visit tutorial. We will continue in another video tutorial for the following invoice payments. Thank you for watching, and don't miss other repair setup video tutorials.